Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's tutorial. In today's tutorial, I'll be sharing with you guys how I made this corset deep illusion neckline. So if this is what you're interested in, let's get right into the video. So first of all, we're going to draw a line that will start as our shoulder line and our starting line. We're working with a bust point of 10, under bust 13, waistline 16, and a full length of 21. So we're going to take our vertical measurement, our shoulder to our bust point, shoulder to under bust, to our waistline, and to our full length. We're just going to take these measurements all over again. So we have a straight vertical lines, so we're just going to connect our vertical lines together, and these are the lines in which every other measurement will be done on, just like so. And then to get our chest line, we're just going to come up by 2 inches, and this chest line is also going to serve as our armhole line, just like so. And then our shoulder is 7 inches. We're just going to mark 7 inches all the way down to the chest line and the armhole, because they work together. And then our neck width is 3.5 inch, because we do not want it to be too tight, and our neck depth is 3 inches, because we want freedom around the neck. We're not going to leave it square, we're just going to make a curve around it. If you don't have a curve ruler, you can use your freehand. And then we're going to look for the midpoint between the shoulder and the chest line, and the midpoint is 4 inches. And then we're going to come in by half inch, just like so. And we're going to divide our bust into four, and then we'll mark just like so. I'm sorry I did not label earlier. Let's just label so we don't get confused. So we're going to connect all these dotted points together down to the shoulder. The aim of this is to have a perfect armhole curve. You can see that our armhole curve is looking beautiful. And then we're going to step down our shoulder by 1 inch, just like so, because our shoulders are slant and not straight. So now on the waistline, we're going to take our waist measurement divided by 4, just like so. And the full length, we're going to take our hip measurement divided by 4, just like so. And then we connect all our dots together, just like so. And then on the bust point, we're going to do our nipple to nipple divided by 2. Our nipple to nipple is 3.5, plus half inches is 4. So we're just going to take that measurement all the way down on all vertical lines, just like so, and we'll just take it down to the end. So we're going to take measure the difference between our bust point and our under bust, the bust point and our under bust, and the difference we got there is 3. And the aim of this is for us to have a starting point of our yoke. So we're just, the difference there is 3, so we're just going to take it from the bust point upward, so we have a bit above our chest line. The aim of this is to have a closed yoke, not too exposing. If it will be too close for you, you can start from the chest line, your yoke can start from the chest line, but this was just a perfect one for me, just like so. So on the underbust, the side of the underbust, we're going to come in by 1 inch. The center front, we're going to come in by half inch, and then we'll connect all of that to the bust point. The side, we're going to make a straight line, and around the side of the underbust, we're just going to make a little curve, just like so. You can see that our corset curves are gradually coming out. Then around the underbust, we're going to come up by 1.5 inch. This is because we do not want it to get to the underbust. We don't want it to be that exposing. If you want it that way, it's completely fine. So I'm using my freehand to draw a sweetheart shape down to where we made our measurements, because we want to differentiate the yoke from the corset cup. Don't worry, I'm going to use a marker to make the lines more visible. So this is what I've done out. Like I said, if you want it to be exposing or closed, you can just make the nipple to nipple point line up or below, just as you want it. So I'm satisfied with what I have, so I'm just going to use my marker to make the lines more visible, so you see what I am doing, just like so. So you can already see the yoke already. So around the from the yoke to the under bust curve, you're just going to make a straight line, a curved line rather, down to the darted parts where we did earlier, the one we came out by half inch. So already you can see our curves forming already. So at the side, you're just going to make a curve down to also the 1 inch that we came out with. You see that we're starting from the bust measurement part divided by 4. This is to enable it to cover the side boobs very well. So you can see that our cups are out already. This is really not a difficult corset pattern. So around the yoke area, you're just going to come in by 1 and also by half, just as we did at the under bust, just like so. And you can see that our cups are out already. You can see our cups are out already. So you just take the dotted lines down all the way to the full length of the blouse or the half cut, just like so. And you can see that's basically like we're just almost done with everything. So we're just going to impute our that plus 2 inch, impute our that plus 2 inch sewing allowance, so we'll not go short of our allowances, just like so. And basically that's just everything on how to draft this pattern. So it's really nothing that's difficult. Just take your time and watch it all over again, and you understand. So we just connect all these lines back together. We're just going to connect all our dotted lines together, and that is just it. So this is our yoke, and all this other shaded, all this part I'm shading, you take it out, you will see it when I do the cutting. Like I said, this is just everything for this particular drafting tutorial. So you can already see our cups out, you can see the way I'm cutting it. So that's just everything for it. So it's really not that difficult. Just put your mind and you understand it. For those of you who would want your cups to be in 3 parts, so you can just step down by 2 inch, from the center to the side. You can just step down by 2 inch, just like so. And you see that you have a perfect 3 shades, 3 cups, like if whichever way that you want it. You can already see the cups forming out, like the one on top is the first one, then the two below at the second and third one. So when you want to cut, you just join the two up together and form one, and basically that's just it. So when cutting on your fabric, um, it's advisable to add half inches to every area you'll be joining. And basically on the cups, like for the side you can add half inch, but on every other part it's advisable to add 1 inch, because you equally be joining the yoke and the bodies together. But whichever way that works for you, it's completely fine. So this is it, like this is the main material. We're just trying to place them side by side. And I like working with a breast pad, like when I'm working with corsets, like I just love the perkiness it gives to the boobs. So you just add the material and just surround it. This is how it's looking now. So we're just going to join the 1 and 2 together. Like here I've added my breast pad, my main material and the lace together. So you just stitch the 1 and 2 together, and this is what it's looking like. This is the both cups, and you can see how perky it's already looking without the cups. So you can add your cups by holding it with hemming gum or sewing or stitching the end together. But there's this thing I like doing, like I like coming in by 1 inch and then just sewing, down by 2 inch, because it helps the already made cups to be perky. I like doing it before adding it to my cup. So this is the other part of the corset body. So you just join this part together just like so. It's really not serious at this end, and this is what it's looking like. So I lost some parts of my videos, so please just bear with me. The parts where I was, stitching the cup together to these bodies, I actually lost that part. So, like I said, you can just hold your cup and your breast corset cup and your already made cup with a hemming gum, you know, a glue, or whichever way that works for you. But I just stitched it together just like so. I think that's the part that I have misplaced. So please just bear with me. So this is it. Like after I had, joined the corset to its body, you can see already how it's looking very fine. So that just it. Like I said, it's really not something that's difficult. Just take your time. So before you add your yoke, like you place your yoke and your lining hand in hand, so you can have a very neat work. You can see what I am doing. So when you're placing your yoke, you just put the lining on top of it, just like so. You can use your pin to hold it down. This part can really be a bit stressful, tricky, especially when you're really tired. But just take your time, and gradually you just do it. Like just place them together, use a pin to hold it and stitch on it, and you see that you just have a perfect lining and a perfect yoke together. So after that, you're just going to sew it. I had to reduce the cup. Sometimes the cup is too it's excess. So after that, you just arrange properly inside, and then you just stitch at the top, just like so. So this is it. Like after I've stitched on it, you can see how it's looking neat. So you can just, after doing that, you can just stitch on top of it inside, so you can see how already it's looking. You can hold it with hemming gum. So this is how it's looking already, so you can just go ahead and do the other side. So like I said, I lost some of my videos, so there's no part of the other side. So you can see how it's now looking. It's looking very fine. You can see how it's looking. Just take your time, just try it over and over, and you can see how everything is smooth, everything is looking fine. So you are going to join your main material to your main material together, just as I placed it here. You can see how it is. You just place them together and you just stitch it down. You just have to be careful with it so you don't have to ruin your yoke already. So you just stitch down, and also the lining to the lining together, just like so, and you just stitch down, and this is it. You just open after stitching. You just open so you can iron a bit. Please place a material when ironing. My iron wasn't really that hot, but I don't know how your iron works, so just place a material so you don't get to burn your fabric. So you just iron that part of the yoke very well, so it slips, like it will just press down for you, just like so. So this is it. You can see how it's looking neat, it's looking very fine. So this is just it. Like you can see how the lining is inside, everything is smooth, everything is flat. So you can go ahead and just, you know, add your skirt part. You can see how neatly sewn it is. So just follow what I have done and you have a good result at the end. So you can see how everything is just sitting properly, how the corset is sitting properly, the yoke is equally sitting properly. You can see how it is. So I'm really happy how it finally turned out. So thank you so much guys for watching this tutorial. I'll definitely see you in my next video. Bye for now.